Alright, hello everybody, welcome to the Arcane Gate. I'm Dinarru, and welcome to the third episode of The Missing Thread. Before we begin, we do the normal song and dance, as we want to hear about the current psyche of the characters and the players who play them. So, going first, Ditter, how about you start it off tonight?
Brilliant.
Oh god, I forgot to mute my monitor. Yes. Anyways,
I am playing Hudot. I think Hudot is skeptical about the paranormal stuff, but definitely I think he's at the point where he's like, once I see something, once I can identify it in my own way, then I will be as paranoid as everyone else. Because I don't think he's seen any of the mannequins actually move and do stuff yet, unlike some of the other people. So he's definitely still in the let's figure this out stage.
that is right.
Whether or not he'll be freaked out, I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. Hudot hasn't dealt with the mannequins yet.
Not yet.
I'm gonna have to change that.
I mean, I've had the most experience with them. It would be unfair for me to deal with anyone.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's how Hudot's feeling.
all right. What about you? How are you? Have you been okay today?
I mean, I'm good. I'm eating, so. I'm doing good. I want to get to the bottom of this mystery, though. I want to see if it's some timey-wimey stuff going on or not.
Mm-hmm. So, where can they find you?
Yes. You can find me under Vitamin Ditter on YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. All one word. And where I just make some D&D animated stuff on YouTube. And I also upload some stuff on TikTok. So most places, if you just type in Vitamin Ditter, I'll be there somehow.
All right. I'll let you finish your food. And
Thank you.
as now, we go on to Ink.
Hello, my name is _Ink. The underscore is important, of course. And I'm playing as John Bunny, who is very scared. He thinks he's going to die. He thinks he's made a major mistake in his career, and he's not happy about it. He's happy he has a gun, though. That's for sure.
Yeah, at least you have a gun.
Yeah. At least I have a gun. You know, if not for the mannequins, then for me, I guess.
Oh no.
Oh no.
All right. Of course, links are in the chat and will be in the description down below if you're watching on YouTube. Next.
Hi YouTube.
Hi, YouTube. Sorry we don't talk as much as we used to.
Hello Mario.
Eldridge, you're up next.
Ooh, I'm up to bat. Hi everyone, I'm Eldritch Sugar, D&D artist and animator, and here I play Lawrence Sinclair, who is straight up not having a good time right now. You know, he's had better days, easier cases, less stressful situations. I think he'd rather be somewhere else right now. And while he hasn't had much personal mannequin experience here, he did connect the dots about Wormtail's ship being broken yesterday and was broken again today. So that's putting him quite on edge, I would say.
Indeed. And we're... Oh yeah, you shouted yourself out. Okay. Sorry. I'm trying to make sure that you all also shout yourself out as well. But last up is Cheeki. How's Clyde feeling?
Hello. Clyde is feeling Well, to put it into words that humans will understand, it's probably no, they're feeling incredibly out of their element. They're used to being able to use Hudot's knowledge and their own brawn and chutzpah to solve cases, but when the case is this paranormal and the foes against you are made of wood and don't respond to physical threat or violence, then it's a bit hard to deal with. And he's wrapping his brain around how to try and deal with this in a completely different way than they've been used to dealing with it so far. So, but I'm Captain Cheeki, I play Clyde, and you can find me at Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, other places when I finally make it, maybe. And I do D&D stuff. That's why I'm here. And leave me alone this session, please. Just give me some respite, I'm dying.
I was so tempted to hit that breath
Not
sound.
while I'm... No!
Ah,
That would... I'd leave.
thanks.
So, as for the recap,
Hated.
we all saw that we ended the session with Clyde looking out the window of the inn and seeing a group of mannequins look up at him. As now, you are staring at a bunch of mannequins. How do you process
Still?
this? Oh yeah, we're starting like right where we left off.
Well, he definitely takes note of which ones are out there. Is it just all of them? Are they all grouping up?
You see about like 5 of them out there.
Alright, 5 of the potential 8 we know of.
Potentially.
That's good. Yeah, potential 8. There could always be 1,000 more.
And everyone else is still asleep.
I don't suppose there's like a curtain to this window or anything.
There is a shutter on the inside.
Alright. I think he would just close the shutter
All right.
and like just sit back where he was up against the door, relock it. Because he just like went through another door and ended up back in the No. Did you hear that? Did I hear a creak?
I mean, you might have.
Where did that creak come from?
The other side of the door.
Oh, didn't it? That's good.
At least you locked it.
Yeah, at least I like. Where's Hudot? Where's my boy? Where's my friend?
He's just sleeping probably next to the wall where he like wrote on it with a line, and that's really it.
Can I get him up? I'm gonna scuttle over. I'm gonna try and wake him up.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Does it work?
Yeah, it works.
Okay,
I mean,
okay, it works.
unless
Okay,
Hudot doesn't want to wake up.
Right.
Open it up, please.
Never.
5 more minutes.
What's the problems?
I put my finger on his lips, and I help you to your feet.
and I get closer to his face, and I climb
No. That's only when we solve the case. Look, I'm gonna silently walk over to the window and open it. Not open the window, but open the shutters to see if they're still out there.
You open up the shutters and you don't see any mannequins out there.
He writhes silently in place.
What is it, sir? There's nothing out there.
He'll scuttle back over. Who thought there was? Those mannequins, 5 of them, all standing there watching me.
Wait, like the ones we had in our rooms?
Were they dressed like them? Were some of them? I
I
think one had the face punched in, right?
Yeah, one had a face punched in and one had a shoulder blown off.
Yeah, he nods. I'm pretty sure it was the same ones.
Do you think Craig might have put them out there?
I'm not sure.
Someone as sinister as him would for sure try to fool us into thinking something else was going on. Craig.
Maybe. He is a weird fellow. Look, I heard creaking outside this door. Come with me. I unlock the door and try and open it.
You open the door?
Yeah.
All right. You open the door and you enter into a hallway with 4 doors and a staircase going downwards. And you don't see any mannequins.
No door at the end of the hallway?
You just see 4 doors.
He writhes again, noticing his evidence is missing. He slowly closes the door, trying not to wake up the other 2, but he's a clumsy big dude, so if you 2 want to wake up at any point, I'm sure we're making enough noise whisper shouting at each other. I gesture towards the end of the hallway. Hudot, there was a door there. There was a little child downstairs laughing. I didn't see it, but I heard it. There's been gasping and creaking.
Yeah.
John springs up with his gun ready.
Oh no.
Child!
You child.
The child.
So, do you mean like a hidden door?
I walked towards it, right? It felt completely surreal. Somehow I knew it was cherry wood. It had a crystal handle and like lilies embezzled into it. Embossed. Carved.
Yes. Either one works, sir. So it wasn't hidden.
No, it was right there. I opened it and ended up back in the room that we were in.
The description you're giving it seems oddly nature, I guess. So, or I guess natural in nature. Isn't that what the Feywild would do?
I think I don't... Look... What if it is about the wood? You guys said this Furbolg said the wood isn't talking to him anymore. The mannequins, they're made of wood. That door, wood.
Right, but aren't the mannequins made of pine wood? You specified that somehow you knew the door was made of cherry wood. If this is different... Does different wood have different properties?
He shrugs exuberantly.
Maybe that's something we need to ask Mr. Featherbottom. Although he did say he doesn't have contact with whatever it is that's contacting him anyway. John, can you not point the gun this way?
Oh my god, he's pointing the gun at me.
Look outside the window. What do I see?
Just a bunch of mist.
I go to the corner and sit down with my gun.
But sir, I don't think I can hear anything unusual, as you say, and I'll listen for anything.
We stop dead quiet for
for like
a few
10
seconds.
seconds or something, yeah.
You just hear
Yes,
the fireplace downstairs.
did we light it? I don't remember.
I think we did.
Okay, we'll say we did, I guess.
I hope we did.
Clyde lit it last episode.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I don't... nothing seems to be out of the ordinary.
I believe I'm being targeted by something. My strange visions. The entity that visited me when I was paralyzed on the couch.
Right, the colorless one.
Hmm.
Have you eaten anything strange recently?
Bread.
Well, we've all eaten the bread. So if that's the case, maybe we need to observe everything that happens around you to see if an outsider's perspective might shine a bit more light into this situation.
Perhaps.
I will gladly volunteer, so if you wish, John and Mr. Lowe, go right ahead and return. Go back to sleep, and I will watch for any weird or unusual happenings in this room. I will also note it down for future reference.
I don't think I can sleep.
How can I borrow that gun?
You want one? All right. He pulls out another one and gives it to you.
I feel like that might defeat the purpose of the. No, keep your two guns. I'll just sit over here.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. And I'll keep watch as I guess they try to go back to sleep.
All right.
Yeah, I sit back down against the door. It's like, yeah, I'm with John. I don't think I could sleep. And then like circle cuts to him just dead asleep against the door.
So, a few hours pass. Eventually, both Clyde and John Bunny just kind of fall asleep. John death gripping a gun.
Double gun.
And Hudot, you are alone in the room, and it's quiet. And you spend the rest of the night not really hearing anything. Until you fall asleep. Alright.
I sleep.
And now it's morning time. As sun just kind of like peeks in through the little shutters. And it's calm and peaceful.
Waking up, I want to see if the little streak of graphite I left on the wall is still there.
It still is.
Alright. It would seem that my hypothesis might not be correct, but I still do want to check the mayor's office.
Alright. Who all wakes up?
I do.
Yeah, Sinclair does eventually.
I never do. I sleep till the end of the game. If I don't wake up, nothing bad can happen.
So you're just blocking the door.
Yeah, no one goes
No one can
anywhere.
leave.
No one can leave.
You're all
I'll
stuck here.
I'll get up. I jest.
Right. So what do you do next? Because the day is
Well-
yours to tackle.
I wake up, and as soon as everyone's awake, I report to Clyde. Mr. Lowe, I stayed up for the rest of the night. I believe I went to sleep at some point because I don't remember going to sleep, but I do remember waking up. So I guess one of those steps can't really happen without the other. But I did not experience anything out of the ordinary as you have described. I didn't hear anything weird. I did not see anything out of the ordinary. Aside from John gripping the gun, but you know, I didn't know someone could sleep with a death grip, but I guess now I do. So
That's not really gonna stop. Just John.
aside from John, but it would seem that from what you've told me, it seems like you've experienced these things more than just one night in a row. Is that correct?
I would think so. The colorless figure from last night, and then the strange stuff that happened last night. I'll fill you two in a second. But who here has seen the mannequins or heard the breathing? He kind of raises his own hand.
I kind of raise my hand.
Either of you two raise your hand.
Hudat does not raise his hand because he has not experienced any of that.
Yeah, neither does Lawrence. That really just has been located to just around Mr. Lowe.
Yeah.
He grimaces a little, so then he kind of shrinks in on himself a bit. Do you believe me?
I believe that something is happening. I think I've been aware of some odd backs and forths. We left the river and we came back in town, so I believe there's the potential for something like this to happen. What it is, I don't know yet, but Mr. Lowe, of course I believe that you are experiencing something you can't explain.
I mean, I could explain it, but it's...
Oh, really?
No, so whatever. It's unexplainable. It's
Okay.
never mind.
He puts the book away that he was so eager to write it. Mrs. Sinclair, it would seem that you and I have not experienced the same things as our associates here, so if we are to keep digging in this town, might I suggest we each accompany one of the others?
As in, you accompany Mr. Lowe and I accompany Mr. Bunny, or some different
Yes.
combination.
Correct. Yes,
fine.
any combination of that.
Yes, I find this most agreeable.
Okay. If that's the case, I would... Well, first, we must leave. That graphite mark that I left in here has not waned. I do not look forward to mourning with Craig, but I really must check the marking I left outside of the mayor's office. And also, if there are any mannequins around at this hour. Because it would seem that that is the primary reason why, Mr. Lowe, you seem to be quite uncomfortable here.
I mean, they are weird, right? One tried to hug the bunny. Of
What? They moved?
course they move. Well, not while I was watching, but as soon as I blinked or looked away for a moment, he on him like a jackal.
Hmm.
They wrapped their wooden arms around me. I couldn't
After
do
you
anything.
shot it in the arm. I'm not checking my pockets. Do I still have my watch?
Yeah. You still have your watch.
Oh, no.
Oh, wait, no. You put your watch in the floorboards, didn't you?
Yeah, I buried it.
Oh, yeah, no, no, no. In this
Okay,
case, you
so
don't.
it's still hopefully probably down there. He pulls out a biscuit thinking it was his watch. He looks very disturbed for a moment, but it's just like a shape that feels like his watch. Well, what even leads do we have anymore?
Well, I do want to look around the end of the hallway. As you, Mr. Lowe, claimed there was a door there. I want to check for any loose floorboards or any way to conceal a door. Mr. Bunny, Mr. Sinclair, what would you like to follow up on today?
Hmm.
I guess a better question would be, barring any solid evidence at the moment, what suspicions do we all have? Laying our cards on the
Oh.
table, as it were.
Well,
Well, there's
The
definitely something
blacksmith.
up with the cart driver, but I don't suspect he'll be in town anytime soon.
If that's the case, we might need to look to see who else could be in contact with the cart driver, or who could be in most contact, and then possibly talk to them. That might be something to follow up on. And Mr. Bunny, you were about to say...
I was gonna say that the blacksmith was very suspicious, and essentially Mr. Lowe kinda got a confession out of him as well, that there was something going on with him and a few others. Something not very legal, I would presume, and pretty shady. Is that right, Lo?
I do believe so. I think it's money on the side. With all this metal they're making. I'm not sure if they're related, though. Maybe there's two things going on at the same time around here.
Mr. Bunny, you did a very swell job at tracking some of the other citizens of this village. If you suspect the blacksmith, it might be a good idea for you to sort of happen upon some information that maybe he was not ready to share.
I see. There is someone. The admirer he had, or well, potential partner, who wrote the letters to him. If I remember right, the letter said that he had started to stop replying to her letters. If I ask her some questions, maybe she could give us some clues.
I don't think she was in
Yes.
this town, was she?
Are we talking about Ginny?
Yeah.
Yeah, from looking at the letters, it would appear she does not live in this village, which might be a little difficult to track her down, as Mr. Lowe has claimed that leaving the village just puts you back in. So wait, if she hasn't been in contact with the blacksmith for a couple months, could whatever's trapping everyone in this village have started a couple months ago? If they're not in contact, maybe it's not by choice.
I think we have to find out what happened a couple months ago.
Yes, that might be a good follow-up, Mr. Bunny, if you are interested in that.
I'm confused. Wasn't Ginny the elf that we saw?
So, for clarification, you didn't get any confirmation on that, but you didn't get any clues saying that she wasn't in town.
Oh,
Okay.
did we not? I thought the letter said that she wasn't in town.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Said that
that's my
she was serving adventurers that were from out of town. That's probably where we get confused.
Okay.
Well, definitely someone I want to talk to then.
Yeah. If that's the case, then yeah, you could just have some follow-up, maybe find where Ginny resides and ask her some questions.
The mystery lady is Ginny. Yes, I will.
Correct.
I did convey the conversation I overheard the blacksmith and as well as Robert, right?
Oh yeah,
I
when
think
they
you
went
did,
off to like
yeah.
go do the tree stuff.
Yeah.
Mm. I don't know.
Yeah, it seems Robert's kind of already let us know that of the difficulty he's having relaying his own speech to the plants as he's done before. So something's happening with that, but I'm not sure we can really get much out of him, seeing as how he doesn't seem to be the talking type.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, Hudot? What theorems do you have?
Well, for now, I have two things I want to check out, but while I have nothing to base this off of, something is scratching at the back of my mind about Miss Pelham. She is in charge of all the organization in this town, not the mayor. The mayor claimed that he was visited by the king, which we know not to be true. And we all saw that the king does not seem to be the most competent person in this village. If somebody were to have some sort of cover-up, I can imagine Miss Pelham being a very good candidate to do so. Though I
Who's
am
next to
unaware
the
of how
window?
we could.
Who's next to the window? Oh no.
Buddy, what corner did you go to?
Yeah, I guess I'm kind of at the door. If anything, I might be facing the window, at least then.
A corner opposite of the door, so I could keep my eye on it.
That would be next to the window.
Would be.
Yeah.
So, John Bunny sees something that catches his eye. He sees an elven woman step out of her shop with nice circle glasses, and she waves across the street. And you see the half-orc blacksmith kind of wave and then sulk, and then goes back to his blacksmith shop.
Target acquired.
Was that his guns?
Well, if that's the case, then Mr. Lowe, would you please accompany me outside? Mrs. Sinclair, Mr. Bunny, you two can decide on which one go to first. Either Mr. Bunny's target or Mr. Sinclair's?
Mr.
Right.
Bunny, I suggest we pursue your lead first.
Hey, open the door.
All right. We head on out. Thank you for opening the door for us, Mr. Le.
Of course.
All right. So, you are heading out to the town, correct?
Well,
yeah, I guess we
me
have to
and
pass
Lo-
through.
Me and Lo are gonna go to the end of the hallway.
Oh yeah, inspect
Okay.
door.
Yeah, I want to look for anything weird.
Okay.
Also, where are the mannequins? Are they up here? Where? Are they around?
You don't see them.
Oh no.
For
Oh, they're gone.
John Bunny and Lawrence Sinclair, you see Goblin just sort of like kind of behind the desk, and he like puts his like nightcap away real quick. He's like, "Oh, you're the guest. Have a lovely day."
And you as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, you make it out the door and doesn't give you any trouble. So, before we get to your lead, Hudot and Clyde, what do you want to check out about the mysterious door?
Well, I want to use my eye for detail skill. So it lets me make intelligence check, investigation, to check any undeciphered clues to see if there's any hidden objects near here.
You can do so, but strangely you'll be at a disadvantage.
Okay. $13.
So, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary, like sort of like against the wall. It just looks like a normal wall. In fact, this wall should lead outside. There shouldn't be anything behind it.
Mm-hmm. I put my magnifying glass away. Yes, sir, I don't believe there can be anything around here. I can't see it. I can't spot anything unusual about this. If you do see the door again, however, maybe call somebody else to see it with you.
Yes, if I happen to wake up again in the middle of the night, I think I'm going to wake someone else up rather than investigate it on my lonesome.
Yes, sir, that's an excellent idea, sir.
Also, why are you drawing everywhere?
Right. I have a theory that it doesn't seem to be working out, but because of the implications of what you have experienced, not only yourself but us as well, I know it sounds crazy, but I was half expecting my markings to disappear in the morning. And if that was the case, maybe more than just a loop could be happening in the space of this town, but maybe the time as well. Now, maybe I've been reading too many books, but that was just a simple theory I had.
He'll start
Which-
making his way towards the stairs.
Yeah,
kind of
reminds
pondering.
me, we should probably check the mayor's office. That is where I drew as well. And I'll start following him down the stairs.
You see that the fire is still going, and you just sort of see like little pointy green ears and a little bell-keep hat just like bobbing away behind the desk. Doesn't seem to notice you yet.
quick, sir. We might be able to leave before he can talk to us.
He didn't seem to recognize us yesterday.
Was yesterday John shot at him?
I look over at the window where he shot through. Is there still like a shattered window?
Yeah, there's still a bullet hole there.
Perhaps it's just the people that are in the loop. I'm gonna walk up to Goblin.
Oh gosh.
Craig,
Huh?
do you remember me?
And he like points his hand like above the desk towards a bell with a sign that says "Please ring for service."
I pressed it a few times.
Ha! He jumps up on his little seat. He's like, how may I help you?
Do you remember me, Clyde? Craig? I'm Clyde. Do you remember Clyde?
He like looks at his little ledgers like, you're Clyde. God, this handwriting is atrocious. Clyde Lowe? I believe you were in a room. Yes.
When did I arrive?
Says here 2 nights ago.
I kind of closed the book on him. Who else arrived with me?
Or I need that. I'm guessing
Craig.
you? And he points towards Hudot.
Yeah, I walk up. Craig, how did you get this in?
Scrunches like underneath his Bellkeep hat. A little gnome asked me if I'd like to run an inn for him. I said yeah. I've been here ever since. Not really good with faces though. Or names.
But you knew it was a gnome.
I mean, you're not a gnome. He's just looking up at you.
No. What would happen if this ledger wasn't here?
I would well, I wouldn't know what to do with myself, honestly. I'd probably just hide underneath this desk and act like I'm not here.
Even if someone were to ring the bell?
The bell does call me to my duties.
It does.
So if you didn't have a ledger and someone rang the bell, what would happen then?
I would see what they need and hope I don't need my ledger.
And if you do need your ledger,
Step 2, panic.
Clyde nods.
Where did you get this ledger?
From the general goods store, actually, across the street.
Okay. I lean too low. That's not an unusual answer, sir.
It's not.
No.
Craig, what's behind the 5th door upstairs?
5th door.
Yeah, the one with the crystal handle.
Crystal handle. He like rubs his little temples. He's like, I'm pretty sure I only have 4 rooms here.
Could you find out for me? I'll be back later. Yeah. Frisbees the book.
He like
the
goes
table.
running for it, like grabbing his like Bellkeep hat, not to like have it fall off.
Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Let's run.
Okay. As I'm closing the door, Craig, where do you go at night?
He like grabs his little ledger and like hugs it tightly. You won't judge me if I tell you?
No,
I
I will not.
I kind of sleep underneath the desk.
Right. I think we've had that conversation before. However, I've rung the bell at night, and you have not come.
I'm usually very attentive, especially to the almighty bell. Ginny actually gave me that one for free.
Ginny gave you the bell.
Yeah. George's General Goods Store across the street. Deja vu.
I see. And I'll close the door and I'll leave.
So, while that is going on, John Bunny and Lauren Sinclair, you exit the inn. Where do you go now?
To the place across the street, the general goods store, as some may call it in the future, you know?
All right. So, you go to like this taller building that was actually next to the bread stand. And it has a general goods sign just kind of above the door.
I knew it.
As expected.
Who knew? Yeah. Going to the general
I'm
goods store.
guessing it's open.
Yeah, it looks open for business.
All right. I step in.
All right. You open the door and a little bell rings, and you just hear like someone just like rushing through a bunch of stuff. Like things are cluttered everywhere. It looks completely unorganized in the shop. And all of a sudden, an elf woman just kind of like pops up from like a bunch of different items in like little overalls and circle glasses. Like, oh, hi. If you need anything, just call for Jenny at the general store. And she like jazz hand pauses.
Are you Ginny at the general store?
Yeah, I am Jenny. How can I help you?
All right.
If you need anything, please feel free to ask. I have almost anything you could possibly need for adventuring or daily life, except for potions. Those are kind of expensive, and I am already overstocked as is. Yeah.
What would you say you have the most supply of? Perhaps we could take it off your hands, at least a small portion.
Well, let's see. She just kind of like goes through like a huge like pile of just random assortment of things. It's like, I swear this is all organized. Let's see. I got about 2 cases of rope. I have some ladders. I have some poles. Do you need oil? I got oil. She says, popping up after like a separate pile you saw her dive into.
She's got the lead pipe, she's got the revolver, she's got the rope in the library.
Yeah, essentially anything, like any kind of common item you would want, she would have in stock.
This is a bit of an odd question. But do you sell clocks here?
Clocks? Oh yeah. And she like kind of like runs to your side, actually, over to your right. And there's just a wall of clocks. And like underneath it is like a basket of like little like pocket watches, wrist watches, all just kind of thrown in piles.
Oh, I had no idea that this town was an importer of clocks. Do you make them all here?
Oh, no. Pretty much the caravan comes in, drops off some supplies, and Mayor's nice enough to give me a shop here as long as I run it. And, to be honest, we don't get a lot of visitors, so I mostly just sell, like, block and tackle to the fishermen, mostly.
Mm-hmm.
And,
How long have you worked here?
Ooh. Couple years, actually. Yeah.
A couple of years, yes. Oh, we just talked to the mayor a couple days ago. Lovely chap. What do you think of him?
Oh, he's a very sweet guy. Like, he has a child heart. really loves pickles. Yeah. I couldn't see him doing any wrong to anyone. Why?
Oh, nothing. I just love gossip. It's a bit of a bad habit.
It's a small town. You can hear a thing or two from people. But, how about you two, hi, I guess properly acquainted, I'm Jenny. She, like, brings out a hand, just, like, stiff outwards, kind of awkwardly.
Yeah, Lawrence will take her hand. The name's Lawrence Sinclair. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Huh. And what about you?
I'm John Bunny. Nice to meet you.
Oh, nice to meet you too. Yeah, there's anything you need, please ask. Sorry, I don't really get a lot of customers. I'm a little nervous, actually.
Oh, you're doing swimmingly.
Yeah, it wasn't just because I swam in a pile of junk, is it?
No, not at all. And then he'll awkwardly turn to look at the wall of clocks.
They all seem to be running on different times.
Oh. Do any look similar to the clock in the mayor's office?
You see one that's... Wait, the clock in the mayor's office.
Oh, didn't he say it was a... Oh, am I misremembering things?
There was a clock in his office.
I remember when we went to the mayor's office, there was a bell that rang and he had said, oh, it's a clock.
Hmm.
So that might have been a lie and I'm misremembering.
So, there was a clock in his office, but that isn't where the bell came from.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I just didn't want to, like, connect some wrong dots for you.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense.
I go up to Jenny, and I say, "Wow, you're very."
Oh no!
I'll get you some water real quick. And she like runs and like grabs like a thing of water and hands it to you.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
You're really pretty.
Okay. All right. Back on cue. Okay. Thank you. I didn't think my throat was so parched. You're so pretty and nice. Do you have like a son or like a daughter or something, or someone I can play with?
No, I'm I'm not married, or I was seeing someone, but it's not. No, I'm sorry. I don't have any children.
Oh, I'm really sad to hear about that. Would you like to talk to me about it?
John Bunny, child therapist.
Yeah.
He's not a therapist for children, he is a child and also a therapist.
I shouldn't. No, I'm. Thank you, but I should.
Really? Are you sure? I always want to know what the adults are thinking. You know, my parents always never have enough time for me, and I kind of want to know why.
Yeah, all three of my dads are too busy all the time.
So, but they're still together. I'm sure you and your friend can figure it out if you just talk.
She's like, oh, and she like hugs you. You're just like, oh, I hope so. Thank you. I guess I needed that. She hasn't let go yet.
As she hugs me, like the camera zooms into my face, and then my face goes all like evil look, and it's like all according to cake.
He's like, "Oh, sorry," and she goes like, I'll be at the counter. See that pile in front of you? It's to the left and behind the ladders. I'll be there." And she scampers off.
Does this place look like a house and a general store?
You do see a staircase in the very back that could possibly lead to a loft.
Is it in the way of her?
You would have to go behind the desk, yes.
Does it look like she's occupied?
She is kind of excited to have new customers, so she's kind of patting on the desk, just kind of watching you. Not in a suspicious manner, she's just excited to have some customers for once.
Okay. So it's just a bunch of adventuring gear, essentially, right?
Yeah. Anything from ladders, water skins, there's some gunpowder even, some oil,
Cool.
rope, block and tackle.
I see. I don't know how to carry out.
So yeah, you could either ask her some more questions, or if you want to buy anything from the store, literally all of it is for sale, and let's go by the player's handbook price.
I want to buy some rope.
All right. Make an investigation check, but with disadvantage.
Ooh. So, investigation. Well, I guess I'll just roll twice.
Let's see. 10 for the total. So you can't find rope in all this mess.
Oh.
But you can definitely ask her.
Yeah, I ask her. Do you have any rope?
Ah, yes, just over here. And she runs around, goes into a pile that's just behind you whenever you go to the desk, and pulls out a basket of rope. I have a few 50-footers in here if you want. I swear it's organized.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I'll take one.
All right. I don't have the transaction total, but you have a few gold from whenever. So, yeah, literally anything you guys want, you can just grab.
Then I pull out my gun and say, "This is a robbery."
No! I thought we talked about this.
Girl, bust through the.
This will get him talking. I see. I can't just be the good guy in this campaign. I need to be worse than the bad guys to win. Is that... Oh, that's tempting, but I won't do it. Okay, that's some rope. Then I slink over to Lawrence, and I'm like, I couldn't get her to talk. You're gonna have to work your charms on her, Mr. Lawrence, Mr. Sinclair.
He'll take his little hair grease compact out of his bag and slick his hair back a bit.
Yeah, do like the greasy pose, you know?
Yeah. He takes out a comb to make everything all styled. maybe we can cut back to the other group because I have no idea what to ask.
All right, that is fine. So while this is going on, Clyde and Hudot, you're heading over to the mayor's office, correct?
Yeah.
All right. On your way there, you do see the mayor and Miss Pelham just sort of like looking at this graffiti that says "Do not erase."
Oh no!
Conundrum.
Well, it says not to erase, but it's not supposed to be here. But the sign says not to. Mayor, you're the mayor. You could just erase it. It's fine. But the sign says not to. Oh, hi there. How can I help you? As he gestures to
Yes,
you two.
hello. You know, she does have a bit of a point. I know it's a sign, but we don't know who put the sign there, so I guess it really depends on how much power you're willing to exert. And I kind of widen my eyes to be like,
Ah, yes. I am the mayor, aren't I? That's it. We're obeying the sign. And he starts marching into his manor. and the Goliath woman is just like, kind of face palms, like, that's our mayor.
Very interesting way of running a town, I guess. Have you ever had to kind of take over his duties when he was deemed unable to?
I mean, no. He's surprisingly capable for running a town, honestly. Everyone here is happy.
What's the day-to-day for him?
Well, he wakes up, asks me to open up his pickle jars.
Mm-hmm.
Then, as I go to help him, he refuses and says he could do it himself. He is a grown boy. And then we check ledgers, make sure that, we usually go to, business to business, make sure everything's okay. Everyone's all right. That's actually what we were about to do before he noticed the graffiti, and now he kind of interrupted his own schedule. We still haven't opened up his pickle jar.
Wait, so he did that? So he left the house before he opened up the pickle jar today?
Well, it usually takes him about 15 minutes before he gives up, because we do have to go make sure everyone's okay, greet everyone good morning, and then he goes right back to it. And yeah.
Have you ever had a problem with graffiti before?
Oh, heavens, no. Everyone here's just been, to themselves mostly. We work together and we make a well-structured town because of it.
Well, the children are getting older. Maybe one of them is having a bit of a streak.
It could be a child, couldn't it? Oh, I'll ask Miss Wormtail if she knows of anything later on today.
What about the bell? That seems to be quite a standard practice for your schedule. What does it mean?
The bell? What do you mean?
I mean, last time we were in the mayor's office, he kind of rushed us out when he heard a bell. It seemed to have struck at a certain time during the night, and he was very, very adamant that we leave. It would appear that would be very important for his schedule.
She kind of looks at you confused, like, who are you? I've never seen you here.
Oh no!
Well, Miss Pelham, I get the feeling that might not be important today. Do you remember how long it's been since the caravan has come through?
Just a couple days ago. Why?
It would seem maybe you have been misinformed.
I'm pretty sure the ledger says that it's been a couple days.
Could I possibly see this ledger?
What day is it? We've been traveling a little. Haven't been keeping up.
I believe it's Wednesday. The party has realized that it is actually Friday to them.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
Ooh. Miss Pelham, could we possibly see that ledger?
I'm sorry, but that's kind of official business. Anything happens to that ledger, trade from our town and any others on the route could be messed up. Please respect our wishes that it's kind of important that we keep our ledgers safe and documented appropriately.
Mr. Lowe, would you like to do the honors?
He kind of looks around. Leads in. Of what?
Just declaring where we're from, sir. I would not suggest violence at this point.
Right. So he unrolls his sleeve.
With the Goliath woman in a suit in front of you.
Hey man, we have been sent by the king himself to investigate the happenings about this town. Turns out this little shipment you speak of didn't quite make it back, and we're investigating its travels. Seems here was its last stop, so we kind of need to see the ledger to make sure it passed through and what exactly it lost, just so we can tally it all up and send back to the king what we might be missing.
Do you have proof?
Do I have proof?
Do we have proof?
Do you have proof? You would have like identification, like that you are what you are.
Sir.
Like your job is detectives. You do have to kind of flash your,
Yeah, we pull out the wallet. We do the wallet flip. Yeah.
What? This is just your identification card for Winnie Hutchin.
Is this a library card?
I put my thumb over the library.
You wish. I've never set foot in a library.
Congrats.
Inside check on that one.
She looks at your identifications as well, and she's like, I still can't trust that the king himself sent you, though.
And why is that?
Because you're asking me to give up very important documents regarding a trade route. Yes, you have documentation, but how do I know that you are not bandits still?
Well, this is kind of a complicated operation for bandits, I would imagine. Also, the king hired us to investigate the caravan. I would assume that information about the caravan would be pertinent to our investigation. I know that the king possibly has a bit more to say, a bit more authority than it would be that from your ledgers, ma'am.
Yes, but it was the king who told us to keep our ledgers locked up tight. You see where I'm in this predicament? You're telling me that the king said one thing, but the king himself said another.
When did you meet the king?
About a couple months ago. Apparently,
When did we meet the king? 2 weeks ago, right? Or something?
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, okay. Well, it would seem that his most recent desire is to investigate this missing caravan. If he wanted you to lock up the ledgers, and we are trying to investigate said missing caravan, maybe it's time for them to be unlocked.
I can show you the ledger, but it will not leave my hands. Do we have a deal?
That seems fine. All we desire is to have a look.
And you also will not ask questions about the ledger. Past that. King's orders.
I disagree with that, ma'am, as it would be that we have different orders, and you are not the king.
Content-wise, you can ask about dates, arrivals, departures. Nothing else. Do we have a deal?
If I were to ask the mayor, I believe that we would have a different deal. And it seems like his word might supersede your own.
As you say this, you just hear like a pfft on the window, like on the top part of like the manor, and you see the mayor just like pressed up against the window with a pickle jar. I was like, Miss Pelham, my pickles aren't open yet. She's just
So, Miss Pelham, are you willing to strike us a better deal, or should we take it up with the mayor?
You sleaze boutique, I love it.
She just looks up at the mayor, looks at you, and is like, you know what? Whatever. Let's go.
I give Hudon a big smile.
Oh my god, I've never had to break an NPC before. Yes.
All
right.
So, you were in the office, and Miss Pelham leads you to the mayor's study. Opens the door, and you see the mayor just sort of like in his chair, like trying to open up this pickle jar, and just isn't getting it. Like, oh, Miss Pelham! Oh, you brought guests! Hey, could you open my pickle jar for me?
Is he asking Miss Pelham or us?
Anyone. It's like an open invitation. He's just sort of like giddy.
I look to Miss Pelham. My job ain't to open pickle jars.
That's fair. Okay. She just goes over and is like, there you go. Ah, thank you. How may I help you?
We are sent here by the king to investigate the happenings of a cart that is meant to be running through here that hasn't made it to its next stop.
Oh, you mean the cart that was just a couple days ago?
Apparently.
Miss Pelham, show him the ledger. As he spins around in the chair a couple times. Yes, Mayor. She goes over to like a bookshelf, takes a little ledger out and just like opens it up. There, departure a couple days ago.
And what was it carrying?
It was carrying stuff for the general goods store to restock it. It's also carrying some ore for the blacksmith. We also departed with some pine logs. And, yeah, pretty much it.
So it departed with pine logs and not no more iron or no more general goods.
Well, some items from the blacksmith were shipped out. He gets orders in. We make them, but he can't do the orders without ore. We don't have a mine here.
And what exactly was on the caravan? What does the blacksmith outgoing product look like?
I mean, it could be anything from chain to, I don't know, tools. Sometimes it needs weapons for guards. Like, he's just a general blacksmith.
Right, but I would assume that there would be supervision to the unloading and loading of the caravan. Am I incorrect?
No, you're correct. We monitor, make sure that the stock is shipped out. We just make sure that...
And as you have claimed that it was here a few days ago, I could imagine that one would have a good memory of what was loaded onto the caravan.
Like I said, the stuff that Grawl the blacksmith made, and some lumber.
So were you not supervising the loading?
I mean, I mostly supervise the mayor, to be honest. And she looks over across the desk, and the mayor's just spinning around in this chair happily.
And the mayor was supervising the loading of the caravan?
He like stops himself, and he's like kind of dizzy. Always.
All right. Then can you, sir, tell me what exactly was loaded onto this caravan?
Let's see. I remember some pine logs. Oh, there were also some cut pine. Yes. What else? I was working on a bunch of stuff for the shipment. I had a long list of things. It's really hard to tell what it was, honestly. But we just made sure that he completed his orders and, yeah, put it in a box and shipped it away.
So the blacksmith only loaded boxes.
Well, yeah, you know, he has to package it up, especially if we do have a huge shipment of, like, watch guard swords. It kind of has to be nice and sturdy in a box. You can just throw it on a cart. That'd be madness. It says he spins around in his chair a few more times.
It would appear that can I do the same thing? Like, does this ledger look the same as the last time I looked at it?
It looks exactly the same.
Okay. Then what I want to try to do is I'm gonna get closer to the ledger, like as in like lean down to kind of squint my eyes to look at it closer, and see if I can like I guess, yeah, I'm gonna try to take my pen and accidentally like draw a streak across it, like on one of the empty parts of the page.
Okay.
Ooh, if I see you start to take out his pen, since she's holding it, I'm gonna kind of pipe up a bit. What did the king look like when he came here? Just so we know we're talking about the same king.
Sure. And she gives off kind of like a general description of the king that seems very accurate to your memory.
Okay. And this pine wood, where's that sourced from?
Pinewood? Well, just outside of town, actually. Robert actually does this interesting thing where he actually asks the trees for permission to harvest. They harvest, and he regrows them. Yeah. Pretty much it was actually the mayor's idea to prevent deforestation, since population's been rising. And the mayor's just spinning around. I was like, I'm a genius sometimes.
Was it your genius
this
act
tiny
to
man.
employ Craig at the inn? The man can't remember a thing.
He's really good with books.
He's awful without him.
Miss Pelham, are you the one in charge for writing in these ledgers?
Yes.
And would you assume Craig to be in charge of writing in his own ledger?
Yeah. Craig, the innkeeper's... Yeah, he runs his own business.
The caravan has... This is me. The caravan, you said comes every month?
Every couple weeks.
Every couple weeks. Okay. And the caravan we know has been missing for 2 weeks, so there wouldn't have been a new one by that point, right?
Correct.
Okay. And this ledger looks at all in Miss Pelham's handwriting and everything that we saw before, so that's fine. So yeah, I think I'm gonna wait to see if Lo keeps talking to them, and then that's when I'll do the little streak.
Okay. While this is going on, we're going to jump back over to John Bunny and Lauren Sinclair, who is at the general store.
Ooh.
Lawrence, I'm gonna have to do this by force.
Oh.
He's focusing all his energy into being charming. He has to power it up like an anime attack.
I'm going to walk up to you one more time, and I'm like, I'm curious about the town. So, have you been here long?
Yeah, I've been here for, a couple years now.
Oh, wow. I see this place is starting to grow a little bit. Did that happen? Did that happen recently, or?
Yes and no. The mayor's just kind of been, I guess, recruiting people to live here. He really has this vision for this project. Something that Patrick does. Something about, like, growing trees, harvesting them. Real green thumb mind about it. He doesn't want to deforest anymore. And, being an elf woman, she's kind of like tips her little glasses. It's like, I kind of appreciate that. And I want to be a part of it.
I see. So, is this town kind of boring then, or has there been anything interesting happening?
It's an easygoing town. Nothing really interesting happens. I mean, heck,
Really?
I rarely get customers.
Is no festivals, anything?
Ooh, festival's a great idea. We need to pitch that to mayor.
Oh, I don't know the man, but I'm sure he'd love it.
Oh yeah, he's a fun-loving guy. Honestly, I think he would really enjoy that idea.
I guess at this point, seeing a lull in the conversation, Lawrence is gonna stride over.
Just like, hello.
He puts the compact and the comb back in his pocket.
So what do you say to her?
Oh god, I may not have thought that far ahead.
I didn't think I
I
would
just
make
thought
this
about my
right.
entrance, not afterwards.
There's more to conversations than approaching people. Oh no! Oh no!
I've been doing it all wrong.
So she sees Lawrence putting like the comb. Like, oh, we have some of that if you want. If you're running low, their little hair comb.
Oh, that would be lovely. Could you point out where?
Yes. And she like kind of scurries over. Is like, looking at like these little shells. Like, oh, right here. And she actually brings out the exact brand that you have.
Oh.
Oh.
See, I told you, it's all organized.
Really? You must have an incredibly in-depth organization system. And this brand is really hard to find. Does this come in on the caravans?
Yes, actually.
As you're talking to it, you're gonna hear a small voice in your head. And I'm gonna tell you, keep it distracted for me. As I'm gonna just go out of sight, and I'm gonna misty step towards the stairs.
All right. I'd say since you're doing that, I won't even ask you to do a stealth roll. You just and you're like right up at the stairs. All right, so you're
perfect.
So you wanted to go up the stairs.
Yep. And I
Okay.
want to explore what's up there.
So right off the bat, you don't see another door, you just see a loft. And you see a bed, a desk, and a window that looks out towards the street. It's kind of messy in there.
Should I roll an investigation check?
Sure, but it will have to be a disadvantage.
Because it's so messy, I'm guessing.
You feel your stomach rumbling, and you don't really feel up to snuff.
I see.
That's a good roll, though.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
Dag.
So an 8.
Oh,
Actually, with an 8, you will notice that there is a lot of papers on her desk. And that's all that's on her desk.
Oh. I go read the papers. What do they say?
So, you do see a little inkwell and a little quill, and you see an unfinished letter to a Grawl. Wondering, I don't know why you're not writing back. And then she like marks out as like, I don't know how to approach this, marks out. Are you okay? Marks it out.
Okay. So, it's all pointing to the blacksmith is what I'm getting at. Do we have the power to arrest someone? Do we have
We
that
can
power?
lie and say we do.
I mean, detectives really just like say, hey, here's how the crime was solved. They don't really do the justice part of it.
But that's where the lying part comes in.
Yeah.
Right.
And then I said I could, like a liar.
Like a liar.
It's called a yes and.
Exactly. So, while you're doing that, how is Lawrence distracting Jenny at the moment?
Well, as soon as he had gotten the message in his head, like, keep her distracted, he starts making, like, wider gestures with his hands, like, brushing off his coat, mostly just doing little things that your eye would be drawn to, just kind of, involuntarily. Like, you see movement, you go to look at it.
Okay, so they're purposely just making a scene, but, like, not...
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And I guess he's asking her questions about the caravan.
Oh.
So I know I had a bit of a taste for gossip, but I've been hearing some weird things about the person that brings all the stuff in on the caravans. The driver.
The driver?
Yes.
I honestly don't really know him personally. Yeah, really, the mayor just comes up to me, asks me what all I need. I fill out the paperwork, and well, he doesn't really check to see if I really need this stuff, and I need to cut down on my supply, honestly. I keep getting more and more stuff. But the caravan
Even
driver.
stuff you don't really ask for.
Well, I might ask for it because you never know when an adventure might need it.
Oh, that makes perfect sense. It never hurts to be prepared, you know.
Right. You can never have too many things. As a clock just falls
Exactly, as she
from the wall.
almost trips over an entire pile of hair.
Yes. Yes. Exactly. But I never really talked to the caravan driver personally. Does he smell
So it
bad?
seems like the mayor's the only person who can who really has any business with him.
Well, no. The stableman. He takes care of his horses whenever, they're doing business and we're unloading stuff. I've seen the caravan driver once or twice, but yeah, not really talked to him.
Well, he seems like he would know a lot about what's going on in town.
Ginny or the cart driver?
The cart driver.
I mean, he's usually only here for a day. He sleeps at
But
the
he does
inn.
know what everyone needs. Assumedly.
I guess that's fair. Yeah, maybe he does. I don't know. I'll have to ask him next time. I would ask him. I don't know how to approach
You could say
him.
that you're looking to gossip. I find that helps when I wanted information. Just to know what's going on. Just be upfront about it.
Fair. Okay. So, while this is going on, now we're going to go over to Clyde.
More mannequins.
No more mannequins. Hi.
Clyde,
No, come on.
Oh, no.
Look, I'm sorry, Dan. I'm sorry.
you wake up in the room,
What? Hang on. What? Hang on.
and no one else is
I
there.
wake up.
And there's no light coming from the window.
So let me just see if I'm getting this corrected. I wake up in the room we were sleeping in about an hour-ish ago.
Pretty much, yeah.
No one else in there.
No one else is there.
And there is no light coming, no moonlight peeking in through the window.
Nope.
Well, I get up and I check out the window.
You check out the window. It's dark. There's no sign of movement. And there's fog covering the ground.
I check the cupboard.
Check the cupboard. You open it up. And you see your clothes. Was it...
Look down.
Actually, hold up. Was it your room or Hudot's room?
It was the first room.
I believe that was
Yeah,
Hudot's.
that was fine. So, yeah.
So yeah, you see Hudot's clothes.
Kind of scrunches up one of his neck things he always wears and throws it back in there, and I barge out the door to the balcony area.
You barge out, and you do see 5 doors in the hallway, and the fireplace is still going.
Hudot? Lawrence? Bunny Man.
No reply.
Gonna march my way up to the door.
All right. So you're going over to the fifth mysterious door.
Well, he goes to open it, but he kind of flinches, and then he goes to check the door to his left, the door to the fourth room, just to check if anyone's in there.
You open the door. No sign of life in there.
He has the biggest look of worried. He's scared. He is alone. He's angry. He will look like there's a weird... No, he looks like there's a weird on his head. And he'll knock on the cherrywood door.
You knock.
Mm-hmm.
You don't hear a reply.
Takes a deep breath. And he's going to open it.
All right. The doorknob. It's a cool crystal doorknob on it that kind of digs into your hand as you turn it. You open the door, and you just get this like cold sensation. And it seems like an attic room.
I venture into the attic room.
You take a step. Floorboards creaking. Now I need you to make a wisdom save.
Oh boy. Not even surprised at this point. A classic 6 from Clyde.
You feel your body freeze in place. And all of a sudden, you hear more creaking behind you. As a wooden hand hovers over your shoulder. I need you to make another wisdom save.
Oh my god, that's 17. Please.
17.
Woo.
You instantly feel life back into your body.
And grab the hand and turn to face it.
As you do, a blade shoves through the chest of a mannequin that's standing right in front of you. And pulls out, and then it goes over the head of the mannequin, and it falls limp. And there stands another mannequin in fine clothing and just leans over to you, shh, with a finger over its mouth. Now we're going to go over to Clyden Hudot, who is in the mayor's office.
Wait a minute.
Oh boy.
Din.
Yeah.
Din.
Yeah.
That's all.
You know what you did.
Alright. So,
Oh god.
you're looking through the ledger, and... yeah. Is there any other questions you want to ask?
Yeah? Did I just like white out right then? Like, do I feel like I just had like a stand-up dream, or was this like a flashback? What?
So, Huda, you're having a conversation with the assistant, and all of a sudden she drops the ledger.
Oh. On the ground?
Yeah, on the ground.
I wanna. Oh, I don't know if that was my bad, but here, let me help you out. So I'm gonna like crouch down to try to pick it up, and I guess as I do, I'm gonna pretend to cough and I'm gonna try to rip out the page that I was looking at.
All right. Just all right. Do you hand the
Here
ledger
you
back?
go. Yeah.
So you go to hand the ledger back, and it just kind of like hits her. She doesn't try to grab it.
I look at the mayor.
He's sort of like turned around in the chair. You just see his arms outwards, but he's no longer spinning.
You know, I approach slowly to the chair.
All right.
I reach, put my hand on the back of the chair, and I spin it around.
Like very fast or just one motion?
One motion.
So you do, and the mayor's arm just kind of goes limp as his head just tilts.
Oh, Mr. Lowe!
Oh no!
You turn, and Clyde is right in front of you. And a smile creaks past his own smile. Eyes lifeless. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh no! Oh no! Here we go. I'm dead.
Oh.
So with that, you feel this violent vibrating in your head as... One moment.
Oh!
You take
oh,
18
oh,
psychic damage.
Oh no! Oh, well. Ooh, that's a lot of my hit points.
And you see...
I have 3 left.
Oh god. And then you see Clyde transform into you.
Oh.
Now we're going to go over to the general store. Nice go lucky general store.
Oh no!
So, Lawrence, you're talking to Ginny. And all of a sudden, her happy-go-lucky attitude just stops. She doesn't seem awkward anymore. And she just stands there.
Is everything all right? Did I say something wrong?
Her body just kind of goes limp, and she just falls on the floor.
I immediately crouch down to try to help her or see if she's okay.
You do, and her hand just kind of falls limp. I need you to make a medicine check, but with disadvantage.
All right. Is it something I miraculously don't have proficiency in?
What?
I lied! I do have proficiency in medicine!
Nice.
Ooh. I will need you to roll one more time.
That's right, because it's disadvantage.
Hey.
14 it is!
You find no pulse.
Oh no! He'll immediately call John! John, I need help here!
I hurry down with my guns drawn. What's going on? Is it more
I think
mannequins?
she just died!
Uh,
She doesn't have a pulse, she just fell down!
what's his name?
It's gotta be be a doctor around here somewhere, right? Or a mortician? Just somebody.
This is, was there even a doctor in town? We need to tell somebody. We
have to. What just happened? And I guess he'll try to carefully pick her up and leave the shop and look for help.
All right. You open the door to the shop, and you notice it's nighttime.
No!
Oh no!
And
It was daytime minutes ago! John!
Lawrence!
John, you also notice that Lawrence is carrying a mannequin.
Lawrence! I shoot the mannequin!
Clyde, you hear a gunshot outside as a mannequin is standing right in front of you.
Where am I? Oh, I'm still there.
Mhm. And you just hear the mannequin, "Don't make any sudden movements. You are in danger."
Okay, does this sound like a threat or more of like, for my own well-being, this is like kind of being nice guy?
I'll leave that to your interpretation. Because he seems rattled.
Do the fancy clothes, is like the same fancy clothes as the one we saw earlier, or is it someone I might recognize fancy clothes?
It actually looks like the fancy clothes that was in, I believe it was Lawrence's room?
Okay, so one of the first ones.
The only difference is he's wearing a monocle.
Oh. I gotta take a deep breath. Okay. How can I help?
Where are your friends?
Probably outside shooting everything.
Is that what the gunshot was? Okay. We must hurry. We must go now. And he like grabs your
Okay.
he like grabs your hand and like starts running out the door.
I go with them. What?
The whole entire inn is empty, and you start to hear, well, John, Bunny, and Lawrence freaking out outside the inn. John and Lawrence, you see a mannequin pulling Clyde outside of the inn.
Do I see that the person in my arms is a mannequin and John didn't just shoot the lady that just dropped dead?
You feel the slight weight on your shoulders completely lift off as the bullet takes the mannequin off your shoulders. And you look down and you notice it was a mannequin.
He's just exasperatedly looking around. For, I guess, back to John, and then to Clyde, and then back and forth, back and forth. What's even happening?
I point the gun at the mannequin.
I interpose myself. Don't shoot any of them. Summon nice? What?
Actually,
This one just stabbed one trying to do something.
yeah, if you see one that is not me, please shoot.
So you're the good one.
Well, I'm not exactly a mannequin.
You're a mannequin, buddy. Wait.
Well, my name is Manny Quinn.
Oh,
Please make your acquaintance.
Shoot it!
I shake his hand.
All right. I believe... Wait, weren't there four of you?
Yes, I was in the mayor's manor with my friend just a second ago before I woke up. He might still be there.
Wait, you have memories of being in the manor? Oh no, we need to go now. And he like grabs, like starts running across town.
Oh, we run after him?
Yeah.
Reload that gun, rabbit. We might need another shot.
give it. I give it to you.
I don't need it, dude. I got the guns.
All right, I tossed it to Lawrence. All right, pretty boy, make yourself useful.
I'm barging in those doors, man. No doors keeping me in.
All right, you bust through. You don't hear anything in the manor. You rush up to the study.
I'm running upstairs to where I last saw my friend.
All right. So you rush up. All of you are going in with the new mannequin that seems friendly. And you open the study and you see two Hoodots standing there.
Oh no! Where have I seen this scenario?
And they both
I'm real Hoodot.
and they both seem to be holding their head. So Hoodot, how do you react in this situation?
Well, okay. So I've just seen Lo like creep up to me with a big old smile, and I had like the headache. And as soon as that happens, these guys bust in, or like how much time has been between?
As soon as Clyde turned into you, they bust in.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Mr. Clyde, Mr. Sinclair, buddy, I guess you were right. These mannequins, they're out to get us.
And what the rest of you see is both Hoodots saying the exact same thing
Oh no!
at the exact same time.
Which one's the real one?
Do I remember?
Are they both even real? Are they both fake?
Do I remember where I was standing compared to where Hoodot was in the room? Do I have enough recollection?
Make a history check with disadvantage.
That sounds about right.
Oh no! A two.
You can't tell which one is the real one. But before you could even decide, Manny shoves you out of the way and stabs the other one.
Manny, no!
Hoodot's form dissipates, and a wooden mannequin just slumps.
Manny, yes!
Unsheaths his sword from the mannequin's corpse, looks at the two mannequins that are still in the room next to Hoodot. He's like, we need to get to the end.
Oh no!
We need to get out of here someplace safe.
In's the best bet. Hoodot, are you okay?
For now, let's go.
Is everyone okay?
We'll assess that later. Let's go.
Yeah,
Okay.
I feel like we will be if we leave. I don't want another Hoodot out here.
Are there like spare chairs in this office for like people to sit at? If they were like talking to the mayor?
Yes.
Can I smash one of them over one of the mannequins?
Sure.
Alright. I just crack that over one of them as we're leaving. Not Manny though. Manny's one.
Alright. The mannequin just sort of like flops down.
Okay.
But you do but it did break, and now you have like two chair legs.
Legs. Yeah.
Two clubs.
Yeah. So you're rushing through town. Open the door to the inn. Running up the stairs. And you go over to Hoodot's room, and Manny just stops. Not this one. Goes over to the next door. Not this one. Keeps going over. Finally, at the last door is like, all right, this one's good. Go, 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 go. And he like is motioning all of you to go inside.
All right, I'll just walk in.
Why is this one good, Manny? Why aren't the others good?
Closes the door and just... They're watching.
Who?
Whatever those are. Alright. everyone doing? That was a bit of a rush.
Not great.
Oh, yes. Does anybody have anything? I don't have anything to patch you up. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's quite fine. It's just a sudden little inconvenience. What's going on?
Well, we seem to be trapped in this town, and something is controlling those things.
Why isn't it controlling you?
Oh, his torso bends backwards, and a row of teeth appear.
Oh,
He's like,
Huh?
and then he pops back. He's like, because I'm a mimic.
Oh.
And what? They could just turn into us? Why was one who dot?
yeah. I don't really feel that much safer seeing as how they were mimicking us.
Well, there's a big difference. I mean, I'm a mimic. I turn into objects, and they imposter people. Either way, the only reason I could tell is because of this monocle. And he lifts it up. It shows that there's illusion magic at work. Whatever they do, they seem to be someone else. That's all I've gathered so far.
How long has this been happening for? How long have you been trapped?
I have been trapped here for a little over a month.
Oh.
And I've been having to act like the mannequins.
I'm glad I didn't punch you in the face. Oh my gosh.
And is it the mannequins that are keeping everything trapped here? Things seem to be repeating.
They move in unison, if that makes sense. Something seems to be moving them. But yet they have minds of their own, I think. But they mimic the people perfectly. I'm not sure what is behind
So
it.
we could be talking to anyone in town, and we wouldn't be able to tell if they were a mannequin or not.
I don't think anyone in town is who they
Not a mannequin.
Precisely. I have not found anyone around who has been, not one of them. And they're not very good conversationalists. When they're not imposing on someone else, of course.
So wait,
Yeah, even during the day, they're mannequins.
Day never arrives.
Day never arrives. Okay, so that's fine.
but we've been here during the day.
Yeah, about that. You haven't. It's been nighttime the entire time.
So does
What?
that mean that there's been mannequins parading around as us?
Only the recent time with, I'm sorry, what is your name?
Clyde.
Yes, only that recent time. I think. So, it's hard to say. Since you are here, we're talking, I'm to believe that you are not mannequins. You do not seem to have any illusion on you, so I think we're good. But other times, when you are roaming around town, you have been talking to mannequins. The entire time.
How did this all start? What happened a month ago to cause this?
So, here's the thing. Why did you come here?
We were hired by the king to find a missing shipment. And that was all.
A caravan that must have been very important if it was for all four of us to find.
I overheard that the king was sending more people. So I
To
investigated.
this village.
As soon as I investigated, I was trapped here. I could not leave. And then I find you. The missing detective party.
Mist-ery.
What?
You've been gone for
Wait.
at least a month.
Oh,
We've only
Well,
been
that
here
can't
for
be
maybe
right.
3
Well, I'm
days.
certain we've only been here 3 days, just what he said.
You remember those 3 days?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you seem to be doing better than the rest of the town. The rest of the town seems to forget only 1 day. I don't know if you've been repeating these 3 days or you are only awake for 3 days. By the way, here, I have some rations. Eat up. I bet you're hungry. And he pulls out like a bunch of jerky. And you notice you're insanely hungry. And parched. As Mandy begins to explain that the food and drink that you have had throughout your entire time here has merely been an illusion.
Oh no.
The
bread!
The bread.
the bread.
Alright. We have a moment of rest at least. Do you have any clues to what might be going on? Because I am pulling at strings right now. And getting nothing.
Well, I mean, it's something to do with bells. And the times where we've perceived the day, occasionally we've heard a bell ring and then a sudden fog would set in. The river would stop flowing altogether. And that was definitely not normal, but is that the reality?
Bell. I haven't heard a bell this entire time. But carry on.
I mean, suddenly when, as soon as we'd heard the bell, the weather would change or people would insist we get out of their homes.
Interesting. Maybe this bell you've heard has something to do with breaking the illusion, maybe. But whatever this is keeping up this facade for so long. Has it only been a month? I don't even know if you think that you've been here for 3 days. Have I been here for longer?
But you knew of us being trapped here?
Well, yeah. I've managed to sneak my way acting as one of the mannequins, so I haven't really been targeted by any magic.
You say you've been here for a month, but if that's true, and so have we, then how did you hear about us?
I watched you. You roamed around town, talking to mannequins as if they were people.
So we were sent here, and then deemed lost. And then the king was going to send more people to find us and the caravan, and you heard that.
Precisely.
So we've been here longer than you.
Exactly.
What about that door? The door you came in to help me, that isn't there during the daytime.
The strange thing is, it's usually not there during the nighttime either.
Then it has to be something.
Maybe. He opens the door and kind of like looks over to where like the 5th door should be, and it's not there. He closes it, locks the door. I'm not sure, but do you remember what this door looked like?
Of course. Cherry wood, inlaid with ivory and has a crystal doorknob.
Okay.
And every time I touch it, it sends chills down my spine.
Okay. But it only appeared when you opened it. Why? Huh. Alright, what else do we have?
Well, I know that one of the denizens of this place, Robert Featherbottom, said that he could not talk to the trees as he was able to before.
That might be because it wasn't Robert. He did not have the actual abilities to talk to the trees. If you
Oh no!
look out the gates, there are no trees to talk to.
What?
Well, yes. He, like, kind of looks, like, peeking out the window. You should be able to see a tree line above the wall. There's no trees.
So,
Something is keeping this town semi-hostage, making it harvest everything and make things. Why this town? What is so special about this little town?
Good point. You haven't seen any other adventurers, have you?
Nope.
Huh. I entered with a group of adventurers. Dressed up as a chest, and they didn't really notice. Didn't pay me much mind, honestly. Then, of course, there are mannequins in the room, and something felt off. So I disguised myself as one of them. Lo and behold, that night, that mannequin started moving. I killed it, took its clothes. I haven't seen those adventurers since.
wait. When you were a mannequin, you didn't have any clothes on you, did you?
Oh, no, I've had these fine clothes since you've seen me.
But when you originally turned into a mannequin, I mean.
Oh yeah, no, never originally turned. Of course not.
I remember back to that first mannequin we saw that was bare.
Did one of the adventurers happen to be small on the smaller side and be wearing leather armor by any chance?
No. If you're asking about yourself, no. They were different than you. They were actually more armed. Almost looked like they were ready to take down this small village by force.
So wait, Manny, are you insinuating that the king is sending people to this village to be lost?
More like whatever that cargo is, that king wants it. Wants it desperately. I haven't
But
been able to
everybody
find-
here keeps saying that the cargo has already left.
No. Something about whatever that blacksmith is doing. Something is unnatural. Every time I look in that blacksmith's direction, there's a bunch of transmutation magic going on. He's forging something. And obviously the king wants it. But why? If
And
anything,
why wouldn't he just ask for it?
I'm getting the feeling that nothing can leave this town. So he's blindly sending people to their doom. Something
And these
so
mannequins
precious.
don't know they're mannequins? Because when I talked to Robert, he was convinced that the plants weren't talking to him, not that he couldn't talk to them. I don't know if the mannequin would simply act that way, or if Robert fully believed him to be Robert.
What I've gathered is they seem to have two modes to them. One where they're acting alone, and they believe they are who they say they are. But then something flips.
Like a bell.
Maybe that's it. Maybe they realize that they are not them, that they are actually something else. And then that subconscious takes over. Or I've noticed this. And he pulls out a tiny thread. I've seen these above the mannequins.
Oh.
Seems every time that they act unaccording to the previous character that they are impersonating, one of these is above them. Tiny silk-like hair.
So something's controlling them?
I'm afraid so, but I don't know where.
And you suspect the blacksmith?
I suppose that's the best bet.
I guess so.
I think the king sent something here to be made, or built a weapon, probably, knowing kings. And it severely affected the town. Something about what he sent was unnatural.
I hate to suggest this, but maybe we should go there?
It
Anyone
would seem
talk me
that
out of
would be
this?
the conclusion.
I wish you talked me out of this. Okay. Well, mighty fine meeting you all. We should keep our eyes peeled. It seems while the mannequins are observed, they cannot move. Unless they are impersonating someone. So we should keep eye on who is who, not separate from each other. Keep our eyes peeled.
We need a safe word.
No. Because if they impersonate you, they know your every thought.
They know our thoughts, they're mine.
I mean, you saw... I'm sorry, what was your name again? Furbolg?
Who
Not
dot?
Furbolg. Oh, not Bugbear.
Yeah. Who dot?
Hudot. I mean, you saw. They spoke at the same time. They acted the same. The only reason I could tell is because he was glowing with illusion.
Okay, we're trusting your eye then.
Pops it off. Who wants this?
The eye?
It's a monocle.
Oh,
Monocle?
the monocle?
I shouldn't carry this. If I need to prove who I say I am, I just simply... He unfolds. His teeth kind of jitter back and forth, his forms back. It's like... I don't think they can do that.
I hope they can't.
Or I change into something else. I'm not really sure on the full extent of their abilities, but... I don't need to prove myself. One of you needs to prove to each other that you were right, that you were the person. With this, you should be able to tell who is faking their appearance. So,
Well, I'm terrible at resisting whatever magic they put on me, so not me.
you might not be the best choice. Okay, who
No.
else? He goes over to Sinclair, is like, you're finally dressed like me. Here. You obviously have a way with accessorizing.
Well, I appreciate that. And he takes the monocle and he puts it on, and I'm sure he looks very dashing.
You notice that everything's kind of less saturated whenever you look through the monocle. So, anything
This is odd.
out of the ordinary, you should be able to see a glowing. If you see me glow,
Right.
kill me immediately.
Gotcha. And Sinclair will take the dagger out of his lapel pocket.
All right.
Not lapel pocket, but suit jacket pocket.
Mhm.
All right. I hope I'm not glowing now.
You're not.
Are any of us glowing?
No, all of you are fine. Thoroughly desaturated.
Hmm.
Hand it here a sec. Hang on. Man, that chick's Sinclair.
Yeah, he hands over the monocle. I mean, I should hope I'm not. I should hope I'm who I say I am.
Sinclair is not
Yeah.
glowing.
You're fine. Okay.
All right. So, we need to go to the blacksmith very carefully. It's only maybe 50 feet away. Think we can master that?
I
Yeah,
will
look,
say
you're looking a bit glassy-eyed. Are you okay?
I believe that if we are to face this blacksmith, I do not know what we are in store for, and let's say if a mannequin were to pretend to be me, they would not be that tough to take down.
Might need to stop by the general goods and bandage you up.
Well, there was nothing in there when I barged in there last time.
Sinclair, did you see anything in there
Oh,
that
no,
could
that
help
was the
me?
chef's place.
Yeah, that was the baker.
Oh, there were
very
piles and piles of things. There was anything you could think of, but was that whole illusory?
No, the stuff is still there.
All right, we break into there, we kit ourselves out, and then we rush into the smiths.
All right. Oh, Manny reaches over to the doorknob. Okay. Are we ready?
Yes.
All right. Keep an eye out. Door creaks open. And he just stands in front of the hallway, staring downwards. There's one in the hallway now.
I run into the hallway.
All right.
But they don't have weapons, do they?
They don't need weapons. If they get close to you, they tend to burn into your mind and become you.
Well, that's not good.
So don't get near them.
That's how I deal with them.
Do any of you move out into the hallway?
Sinclair barges in and draws the gun,
Yes.
and I shoot the mannequin.
You shoot. Roll to hit.
Okay. That'd be adding my dex and proficiency, I'm guessing?
Correct. Yes.
I'm making the roll for my dagger since it would be an equivalent.
Yeah.
8!
Oh. It just like barely goes by the mannequin's head and it doesn't even flinch. I need all of you to make wisdom saving throws.
Can I also fire that?
After the saving throw.
Okay.
Dang it!
You all hear the word blink resonate in your mind.
No.
And Hudot and John and Clyde blink. But Lawrence, you keep steady.
I fire the gun again!
Let's have John fire first, and then we'll go to you.
Yeah.
A 17. You shoot, and a huge chunk blows off of its head. And it's still standing there. Roll for damage, though.
Yep, that's still damage.
That's just gun again.
Just gun.
That's the other gun.
gun.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
How much damage is gun?
1d6. Oh, for pistol, right?
Mhm.
Hand crossbow.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's why is it
Just
not?
click on
That's
gun in
still
the
another
chat. Yeah.
D20.
Yeah, just click on gun, see if it'll roll it. In the chat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There you
Oh,
go.
Damn.
Nice.
yeah.
5 damage.
A chunk comes off of the top of its head, still standing. Does anyone else want to do anything while we're in this rotation?
As it's like kind of recoiling from the shot to its head, can I run up and try and just snap him?
The thread, maybe the thread.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that should go for, he's too angry to think about the thread. I'm just gonna aim for the face.
All right.
Recklessly.
Go for it.
$15.
Yeah, you'll hit it.
I deal 13 points of punch damage.
Yo.
Your punch was more powerful than a gun.
The gun.
Yeah, that's why I don't need guns.
What are you punching?
Just the head area, upper body area. Just like you would take out a normal human, but you know, it's not.
You go to punch it,
No.
and its head just spins.
And then
Anyone
try
else?
to get back so it doesn't, you know,
All right.
brain blast
I
me.
will. Yeah. I'll start running at the mannequin, and with my long, lanky arms, with my dagger, I'm gonna just go ahead and jump on it and stab it.
All right.
It's like, we gotta get going. See if it hits right here.
Someone got to remind Clyde about the.
Oh.
No way.
Nat 20.
All right.
Oh yeah.
God, what was that 1907? Okay. So you just jump at it, and you just like decapitate it with your dagger,
What?
and it just falls poof, on the ground.
Ooh. We don't have time. We need to get going.
And he's like, "You heard the bugbear."
As everyone's clambering down the stairs, I'm just gonna like heel push it into like the room that it's near and close the door on it.
As you do see some mannequins like right at the doorway, but you push it in and close the door in time.
Keep running.
You go down the stairs, open the doorway, and you're in the middle of this dark, misty street. Manny's looking behind the party. He's like, "All right, I keep watch this way. We slowly but briskly make it to the smith."
Alright, everyone, back to shoulder. That make a pentagon.
So you're going down the street to the smith. You pass by an alleyway in between the.
I thought we were going to the general store first to get.
Yeah, I
some
think we want to go to the
supplies.
general store.
Oh, go to the
Should I,
general
like
store?
patch
Probably
me
get
up?
like a medic kit at least or something.
Yes. So you go over and you're actually passing the baker's and general store alleyway, and you see a mannequin in the middle of the two buildings.
Oh no.
Keep walking, buddy.
And he's not moving, right? The mannequin?
You can't if we're looking at him.
Yeah. All right. I suggest we keep going.
You open the door to the general store, and it's a mess. If you're going to find a medicine kit, you'll need to make investigation.
Oh.
Somebody
You guys
should
do that?
keep
Okay,
watch on the
watch.
wall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, watch.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Lowe. Is it with disadvantage or normal?
normal since you have now had food and drink.
Okay, cool.
Oh man, we were like dying.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
23.
Oh! So you begin to realize whoever organized this like system. And you're like, oh, the med kits are by the masks. I couldn't think of like
Right.
but yeah, you realize that it's alphabetically put together in a mess.
Okay.
But yes, you do find a medicine kit with actually some like painkillers, bandages, stuff like that.
All right. I'm gonna try. I'm not quite proficient in this, but I'll try.
All right.
Can I go over and try to help patch him up?
Sure thing. I'd say that you could do a medicine check with advantage.
Nice.
All right. Sweet. Medicine. Oh, okay.
Ooh. With a 22.
Nice.
Okay. I'd say that you could heal because of 22. Give yourself 2d6 plus 6.
Right.
Ooh.
Really good medicine score right there.
Sweet. 2d6 plus 6. Cool. 11.
All right. You feel the buzzing in
that's
your head's
better,
a little bit
that's-
subsiding.
Feel a bit better. I don't know if I'll be much help, but I can keep going now.
Are you kidding? Even on death's door, you managed to lay waste to that mannequin. You'll be a killing machine now.
No, rolling that ones down for
Should we get on to the smithery? Forge? Blacksmith?
Yes, quite.
Yeah. Spit out some blood.
Well, I guess what's like the equivalent of sticky tape in this era?
I guess bandage.
Yeah. Guess.
Can I bandage my eyes open?
There is adhesive glue.
Yep.
Oh no!
Okay. I'd say since Ditter rolled a 23, you could find adhesive glue and eye drops and see how that goes. But every few minutes, you would have to make a con save or take eye drops.
Let's do it.
All right. But every time you take an eye drop, you will have to look upwards.
Ooh. So
you're
still
like
breaking-
bandaging yourself up, you just hear some rummaging, and I look back looking completely insane with my upper eyelids glued upwards. Now, I can't blink.
I don't fully understand your plan, sir, but I'm sure it's brilliant.
It's simple. If you can't blink, they can't move. I've solved it. Write that down, Hoodot.
Yes, sir.
Let's solve this case.
You turn and you see a mannequin just sort of like staring outside the window, like into the shop.
Good.
We're closed.
Unlike our eyes.
I feel like we should go now.
Yes, let's get going.
Assume formation.
Yeah.
You all just like bunch together, like looking in different directions. All right, shimmy, shimmy. He's like staring down the other mannequin, just like, don't you move, don't you move. So you pass the bakery. John, you see on the other side of the bridge, a mannequin is just standing there watching. As you go over to the smith area, and you manage to get into his little forge, safe and sound. But mannequins are still around, and the forge is outside.
Oh.
Where would they hide something in a forge?
I mean, I, I, I don't know. What are we looking for?
Maybe check his ledgers. Maybe he's got something written down from some notes about making something for the king.
All right, somebody keep watch with me.
I will.
His like blank expression just sort of like looks at you and is like, all right, that'll work. All right. I need someone to make investigation. All of you can make investigation if you want, honestly.
Hell yeah.
I'll help.
Ooh.
Or maybe I... Nice. 20.
20?
Gang, I think it's time I come clean.
Oh.
I'm not actually a detective.
No, what? No!
I'm FBI. I did it.
Should have
I'm an
known the 2
agent.
guns. Only FBIs are allowed 2 guns.
Guys in the MIB out here.
So, you do find a ledger underneath a bunch of iron ore deposits. However, Sinclair, as you're looking around, you do notice a chain that looked like it was recently worked on. And as you get close to it, it's insanely hot.
Oh.
He was here just a minute ago.
Oh no.
It's still warm.
Do you tell anyone else this?
Yeah. Just, gentlemen, this piece over here is still warm. Recently worked on, I assume. And then I look, like, behind me, suddenly, feeling as though, like, I don't know, he's probably gonna hit me over the head with a crowbar.
You look behind you, and there's nothing there. John, if you go to inspect it, you feel the exact same thing, but Hudot, instead of feels very cold. Feels ice cold.
Mr. Sinclair, I believe you might have been mistaken. It feels like it hasn't been worked on in a long time.
What does the
with my
monocle
monocle, do I see
say,
anything-
Sinclair?
With my monocle, do I see anything weird about the metal?
You see no magical properties.
Ugh.
But rummaging around, you do notice that some buckets of ore feel the exact same way. But only some.
Oh.
You look at an iron ore and it's fine. You look at another and it's smoldering hot to you.
Oh, what?
What does it mean?
So, Manny's just sort of hearing all of this going back. It's like, what are you talking about being worked on recently?
I mean, they're hot. They're really, really hot. Like, if you feel the air over them, it's hot. I don't know what else to tell you.
But that's impossible. Glad, do you mind checking it out? I got this out here.
Okay, I'm gonna walk up and look at the chain.
It is ice cold to you.
I pick it up.
It feels very finely crafted.
Does it lead to anything, or is it just
And it's just a normal
a chain? Maybe we're meant to heat it up.
I need another investigation check from everyone.
Can do.
Oh, that was meant to be normal. A 3.
Unnatural 20.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh.
17.
Ooh. And a 9. I will also need everyone to make a history check. I'll need only Sinclair and Hudot to make a history check.
Ooh.
Alright. Nice.
I'm.
Nice.
I was about to say I'm doing great, but knock on wood.
That's always what happens. I'm not gonna beat that, so here we go.
Oh my!
Ooh,
That 20, 24.
All right.
Barely beat it.
So, both of you look at each other, and you realized, wait a minute. Sinclair feels that it's hot. John Bunny feels that it's hot. But everyone else feels that it's cold. You begin to realize maybe it has something to do with your ancestry. And further investigation, this isn't normal iron. It's cold iron.
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh
oh.
Does this come straight from the Feywild?
It's actually a deterrent from any Fey, Fiend, and Celestial ancestry.
Oh.
So this was this what the blacksmith was making for the king?
For someone.
Does that mean that the king is planning a revolt against Fey beings?
So, you look into the ledger. And you do see war chunks and royal cargo.
I don't think this was made with the best of intentions, Mr. Sinclair.
It would appear not.
Is there any way to destroy this?
Is there a god?
Not with the amount that is there. All of the iron
We have to.
that has been worked on and made into something has been fused with the cold iron.
Ah. We may have to leave it for now. Oh goodness, if these were being made for potential battle against some extra planar beings, perhaps then they're the people who put the town in its current state.
Right, perhaps so. Do you think Roberts could have let them know and maybe triggered them into sort of looping this town so they wouldn't leave?
It's very possible. Oh dear.
But how does that help us in this situation?
It doesn't.
That's not good news!
Even with this information, we don't know how to leave, and aside from that, if this was the case, why would the king hire two people that are the same race as the people he plans on destroying, if that even is what this means?
It might be just not an extermination of race per se, but more like taking of their resources, of the Feywild, maybe. If that's the case.
So you're saying the king was planning some kind of war?
Oh, these are chains,
And
not
then
weapons. I
Do
think
you
he's
see any
planning to
weapons?
imprison someone.
Do we see
Yeah,
any
are there any cold iron weapons?
You don't see any.
I'm pretty sure they're just planning to capture something Fey.
Correction, you do see something on the table.
I see a thing on the table. What's on the table?
You see a line of bullets.
Oh.
I check to see if my name's on any of them.
No, but each bullet is ice cold to the touch.
Okay.
It doesn't seem like this was completely defensive in nature.
I need
So now we're
one more
stuck.
investigation check.
I could.
Ooh.
Oh,
Wait.
There's the critical fail.
Ooh.
Maybe Lawrence like accidentally leans on one of the barrels of iron stuff and just ow!
Youch.
A 2. Oh boy.
I got a 21.
Okay, good.
Peter, it's all on you.
so you notice something, a piece of paper that is of different parchment than from the ledger. And it's underneath some ore deposits.
I brush the ore away. I'll pick up the letter and say, maybe this will shine some light in our situation.
It's a letter to Ginny,
Oh.
and it's dated after the letters that Ginny said that you haven't written back. And it explains Grawl was asked to do something that he didn't want to do. He didn't saying how I don't know how to say this, and it's marked out. The king has asked me to make weapons. No. I want to keep the town safe. Scribble. I don't want to hurt you. But I fear that this is going to be used against your home. Scribble. And the letter seems unfinished.
Well, I believe this is further confirmation of our theory. It would seem that he was, in fact, working on something that whose purpose was simply to go into the home of these elves and half-elves to run amok.
He's planning to kill all the elves? That's a lot of elves.
That's a lot of bullets.
It's a lot of malice.
And if we had done our job, if there hadn't been any problems, then we would have sent these to him.
He wanted these to come back. It was our job to give them back to him.
Which is why he's sending more people here. If anyone else knew about this...
How many people have been lost here?
I lost
Why
count.
haven't we been able to see them?
I'm thinking the same way that these things, pointing at a mannequin that's just on the bridge, is impostering people. Stealing their minds? I don't know. As he gestures towards the mannequin, Sinclair, I need you to make a perception check.
Oh no! 16.
You see a glowing aura coming from a window in the corner building of town, next to the mayor's mansion.
Hey, we never went
Oh
there.
no!
And it
One of the
looks
few places we never looked at.
and it looks like conjuration magic. An abjuration.
Ooh.
Oh. We need to find out what that is. And he'll point very dramatically as the camera pans out.
Manny's like, that's a mannequin. We've been through this.
Not the mannequin! It's by the man's house, there's something glowy. It isn't a mannequin. It's a window.
A window's glowing. He's looking, he's like, I don't see anything, which means magic. You were onto something. Wait, I need to look.
I'll hand
gotta
over the
look.
model.
Looks through, is like, yep, that's magic. Okay. Alright. Think that might be a lead.
Do we think that it's someone from the Fae imprisoning this town so we can't send this stuff out?
That's the working theory, I believe.
Why don't they just get rid of it?
Should I take these bullets with me?
No, I don't think we should touch any of this.
If they think we're trying to smuggle it out of here, then they'll assumedly try much harder to kill us.
Maybe we could try and talk to the puppet master.
So you want to reason with the thing that is impersonating a town. You want,
I would rather reason with the thing our king plans to obliterate than, well, die with the king's plans.
If this thing is controlling the mannequins simply to not allow this to leave, maybe we can claim, or we can talk to it now that we understand what it was trying to do.
Exactly. Maybe we could let it know we're not those guys. We want to help. Maybe.
I mean, that's a better plan than I have.
Yeah, not help as in help keep people trapped here, but help deal with the Oars and that whole king wanting to kill elves plan.
I mean,
But what did they do to the people? If they're not here and these are just mannequins that either imprisoned or worse, that means that this creature just killed off an entire town.
Maybe
possible we may
they're
be trapped
imprisoned.
somewhere.
Yeah, maybe this is a let's just healthily assume they're imprisoned. Maybe.
I would like insurance, and I take the bullets.
Well, I don't think you could pick them up. I mean, I don't know, but
he feels
Can I
uncomfy.
pick them up?
Yeah, you can pick him up. You feel very uncomfy, and it's very warm. But touching it isn't impossible. It's just any wound that you would suffer from it is deeper, doesn't heal nearly as well, and does way more damage.
if these mannequins have been impersonating us as well, we're still here. So I come to the conclusion that perhaps the rest of the village is too?
I would hope so.
Plus, a lot of the other creatures are Fae, so unless they're into killing their own kin.
Many sort of, That's a good point. Why would they trap the Fae?
Right, they had to Furbolg, and I assume...
Jenny the elf.
only the elf.
And
So if their purpose, unless they themselves believed that the purpose was greater than two other Fey folk.
not
Means
only
of the
that,
Find all
but
the answers we need once we go
Yeah,
through
let's
that.
go to the glowy house. You're right. Yeah. Okay. Who was that?
Let's find out.
Who's having a giggle?
I would like to also point out that they were letting us starve to death.
That is true.
You know, that's also a very good point.
They
I
tried
forgot
to
about
feed
that.
us. I guess it's just the illusion that didn't work.
That is
Well, let's,
very true.
Let's present with a good spirit, as it were.
I need everyone to make a
Presentation,
wisdom
people.
save.
Okay.
Yeah.
All of us?
Yes.
Alright, we'd love to see it.
Hey,
Oh, hey, nice.
finally.
Where's my, there it is.
Oh.
Hey,
Hey!
that's 20.
My man.
Oh, 2 nat 20s.
Damn.
All right.
Ah.
So, Sinclair notices. Here's a child laughing. And pitter patter going around the Smith building. Do you say anything about it?
Did anyone hear that? Just now? Little footsteps?
Don't think
we
did.
Clyde,
No.
you actually at least heard a laugh.
But I did hear laughter.
Oh,
Might
I
be
heard
the
that as well.
same entity that was in the tavern or the inn. I heard her downstairs.
I guess we should be on our guard then.
Everyone, assume the position, and we'll leave.
All right. Onward.
I mean, they are often children-like, right? They at least take the appearance of one.
You shimmy across the bridge, and there's a mannequin in the middle of the bridge.
Go. Who has a gun?
Everyone, keep your eye on it. I'm the eye drops. Eye drops. Okay. Wait, no, don't shoot.
Oh.
I'm gonna try and cast a message to the mannequin and request to speak to the puppeteer.
Okay. So you cast message and ask to speak to the puppeteer. And it almost seems that you're messaging to nothing. But all of a sudden, everything goes dark to you.
Oh.
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 And a face appears to you. You're very close. Come to my domain. And then it fades away. And you're back with the party on the bridge.
Okay. Something wants us to get to its domain. Did I recognize any features of this face that presented itself?
Seemed featureless, as if it was a mannequin.
I used a little bit of magic I learned at my days in college to see if I could talk to whoever's controlling these people, and apparently we're close. But
Impressive,
that
sir.
is good or bad. We
So
should keep moving.
You still have the mannequin in the middle of the bridge.
As long as we don't look away, we should be fine. We might be able to push it away.
Yes, just careful for if it tells you to blink.
All right. Speaking of which, I need everyone to make a wisdom save.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Oh, no!
Come on. Oh, that was so close.
Sinclair and Hudot blink, but John and Clyde don't blink. And Clyde, you actually feel that you physically can't blink because you have glue on your eyelids.
Oh,
I get some rope out.
Okay.
I tie it onto its leg.
All right.
Then I tie it onto the bridge.
Okay.
Then I push the mannequin over the bridge.
The mannequin falls in the same position and just kind of floats on the water and kind of slowly goes downstream. And then, as it gets out of view, suddenly the rope tightens drastically.
Ooh.
And you don't see the mannequin, but it is still attached to the rope.
Oh,
oh,
I don't want to dwell on that. Let's keep going.
yeah. Let's keep going to the corner house. Yeah, let's go to the corner house. Ooh. Okay.
What was that? Did anybody hear it breathing in their ear? We got to go.
So you rush over to the corner house.
Yep.
Knock, knock.
You hear nothing.
Give the old bootstrap. Open it up. It's locked.
It is locked.
Not for long. I'm giving it the shoulder.
All right, shoulder it.
Athletic strength. Ow.
13. You hit it and you just like barely dent it in. And then all of a sudden the door mends back into place.
Ooh.
Excuse me.
Sir, I might be able to help you if you would give me a minute.
Okay.
I'm gonna try picking the lock.
So you go to pick the lock and there isn't a lock hole for it.
I can't pick a lock without a lock, sir.
He's gonna get angry and just kick the door in.
All right, try again.
He's raging now. Dumb door. Shit. My heel.
You hit it and you dent it again and it melds back. And you just hear, "We don't want any."
What?
Any what?
You-
Who are you?
Who are you?
This is my house. Who are you?
Well, I'm Clyde Lowe. This is my associate Hudot. And
You asked us to come here.
I didn't ask you shit. What are you doing? Is it day or nighttime out there?
daytime.
I'm not letting you in then.
That was a trick. It was nighttime.
I cannot believe you.
It is night. We
Prove
need to come in. We believe there's magic afoot.
Yes? There is. But why do you want in my house?
Because it seems to be coming from your house.
I'm the only thing containing it. You distract me, it lets loose.
What lets loose?
Why am I even discussing with you? And
Because we're trapped here! We want to know what's happening!
you see like a door creak open. And you see a middle-aged man with glasses. And Sinclair, you see a glimpse of abjuration magic. It's like, even the mannequin's safe. Why is there a mannequin with you?
That's Manny.
Manny just like unfolds and like waves his hand. Hi.
Oh. He's a thing.
He's a mimic.
That.
That is oddly disturbing.
We've seen worse.
Yes, well, oddly, that's preferred to the mannequins.
Okay. Hurry up and get inside. And he opens the door and lets you all in.
Hop, 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 hop.
He turns to close the door and there's a mannequin like right outside the door and he's like, nope. And he seals it with a lock spell. Okay. Hopefully, I have not been away for very long. So, if you don't mind, I will go upstairs and all of a sudden it turns dark.
Too late.
And becomes very quiet. How do you react to this?
Is everyone okay?
I'm here.
What were you doing, sir?
You don't hear a reply.
Whoa!
Is he still standing there, or can we not see?
You can't see a thing.
Oh, is this like super dark?
Super dark.
Sinclair, does your
So
monocle
you
say
haven't just lured
anything?
us into a trap, have you? I'd really put a damper on my spirits.
Sinclair, you don't see anything with your monocle except for a blinding light, as the darkness seems to be magical.
He'll like hold on to the monocle to make sure it like it stays on his face and someone doesn't try to grab it in the dark.
Mm-hmm. Ink.
Is everything all right?
Yeah.
I forgot. Are you wearing shoes?
No.
You're not.
Yes.
Okay. So, you do notice that the wood floor that was underneath you is now a slab of stone.
Oh. Gang? The floor when we entered was wood, correct?
I would think so, yes.
I imagine so.
Well, it's slabs now.
Oh.
Sir? Are we to be sacrificed?
You might as well come out here and explain what's going on.
And you hear no reply.
I demand a duel if I am to die.
I want to
We
try and
won't
walk
stop
around the
complaining
room.
until you come out here.
I want to see if I can find a wall.
So, you reach over and you do find a smooth stone wall.
I'm going to follow this wall with my right hand. I urge you all to do the same until we walk into each other potentially. I start making loud steps so that people know where I am.
So,
I'll go to the other side of the room and follow suit.
you each go about 15 paces, and you find a corner.
I'm at a corner.
Same with me.
I did not feel a door or any features as I ran my hand across, did I?
You did not?
I'm going to keep going and hope I'm not in a big stone box.
You go 15 paces, and you reach another corner.
Okay.
You go 15 more paces, and you run into Hudot.
Please
My
tell me
nose.
that was you. Okay, good. Hudot, there was nothing on these walls.
There was nothing on mine as well, sir.
Here. I'm gonna. You feel something scurrying around you as I try and lift Hudot onto my shoulders. Is that your leg? Is that?
I don't know.
What am I
Is that
grabbing?
your
I think that's my shoulder. Yes.
Okay.
See, how high can you reach? Where's the roof?
Well, I have long arms, so I might be able to get a good reach.
You reach up, and you don't feel a ceiling.
I can't get a good reach, sir. I can't feel anything.
Even on top of me, you can't feel anything.
No, I cannot. Maybe jump.
I had to try to jump.
Ah!
You don't
Alright.
feel anything.
So, Manny, are you here?
You don't hear a reply.
Okay.
Manny.
All right.
Oh,
Okay.
Manny, how I trusted
Okay.
you.
So you guys are behind me. I'm gonna do what could be called a controversial move.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna open fire in front of me.
Oh no!
All right. You fire. And the ringing from the fire of the gun only happens a moment. But it doesn't echo any more than that. As the sound
Oh.
seems to be lost somewhere above you.
I shoot above me.
You do not hear impact.
Oh.
And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh! We're trapped.
What? Oh, no.
Oh.
You bastard!
Oh.
Oh no.
So yeah, you have all gotten at least one step closer to solving this mystery. And next
Have
week,
we?
well, next week's your last chance.
Oh.
Will you solve this
You know what?
mystery?
I love escape rooms. This will be fine.
Oh. So yeah,
Well, I guess we might solve it, but live to tell the tale might be another thing, you know, like... We as players might solve it, but...
I knew I couldn't trust Craig.
I was gonna say, if we find like a goblin mannequin anywhere, leave it to Hudot.
Right.
That's it.
he's got a bone to pick with this mannequin.
Yeah. I go beyond in that 20.
Just to go
The dice rolls into like a Dyson sphere or something.
Oh. But yeah. Why don't we do our sign-offs and see everybody next week.
Oh. If we can recover by next week.
Right, oh my god. I'll never financially recover.
So, in the order that we went today, Ditter, you are up first.
Hey, it's me, Ditter. I go by Vitamin Ditter on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and anywhere else that you might think about looking for me, I guess. I make D&D content mainly, and a bunch of like other goofier stuff in other places, I guess, whenever I'm feeling up for it. But yeah, come on by and check it out. See if anything interests you. Where I'll often make videos with some of the people here as well, especially here in the Arcane Gate.
Oh yeah.
All right. Underscore Inc. You are up next.
Oh yes, the underscore is very important, as you all know. And I make animated D&D shorts, memes, and general D&D funny moments content on YouTube. I'm also very scared.
Yeah, his recent videos have been pretty great.
The recent whole stuff.
Yeah, there's been like a bunch
It's been like
yeah.
daily by now, right? It's like goddamn.
Mm-hmm.
Madman.
Eldritch, you are up next.
Alright, hi gamers, I'm Eldritch_Sugar, D&D artist and animator, and scared out of my mind! I'm a regular here on the Arcane Gate, but you can find my whole portfolio on my YouTube channel with the channel name all lowercase Eldritch_Sugar. You can also find finished pieces that I've done on my Instagram and my Twitter with the same username. Why I oughta?
Oh, I was excited for this episode.
I bet you were!
My God.
Cheeki, you are up next.
Hello, I am Captain Cheeki. I also do D&D related content, be it animations. Well, we call them animations, but we all know what they are. I also run campaigns and archive them on my channel. And, yeah, I don't know, just freaking out about this, like, sound design in a campaign obviously goes a long way. Holy moly.
Ooh, it's
The atmosphere set for this game has been intense.
Thank you. Well, I'm going to close this off. Hi everybody, I'm Dinarru. You can find me here at the Arcane Gate, or you can find me over at twitch.tv/Dinarru, where I play things that are not D&D related. And for the Arcane Gate, if you haven't already, follow us on our socials, join us on Discord, and if you haven't subscribed to us on YouTube, what is wrong with you? We are putting the VODs up as we speak for spoopy season. So if you missed this, you can see it here. If you're watching this, hi. That is it for us tonight. Thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you all next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Help!